the Medusa. I think seeing it pause 1 makes me a lot happier than seeing it in pause 3. I just think, I don't know, guys. I get it. It's a good pick. It just looks so damn boring. All right, you're just like tanking up. You're getting a meteor hammer. Like, good for you, but I hate it.
Just a tanky snake that roots you.
Right? It is just like the epitome of anti-fun. This is somebody who is damn near a grandmaster on Medusa. Okay, very special place in my heart.
I'm hyped for the Ringmaster, man. The Ringmaster plus Beastmaster combo sounds really fun. A lot of kill threats and you know, if there's anything that's gonna deal with a Tinker in the lane phase, I feel like that might be it. Just being able to kill him even through the repair bots. They have so much damage.
Yeah, gotta somehow. I feel like the repair bots usually, I want to say early on, are okay. It's like these late game fights where it's really hard to like separate him from the rest of the team. Yeah, dude, Desire having to run away from this one, but both heroes already had used their spells by the time they got hit with that Arcane Curse. But Smiling Nightmare took so much damage.
Interesting. They're playing Dusa in the offlane regardless if he's the +1. That is interesting.
No. Do you want the best of both worlds here, where you think it lanes good enough into the PA? I feel like it doesn't lane well enough into the silencer though. If I'm a Deuce, I'm like, oh, give me the beast. I don't know.
And I'm not sure the top lane is like significantly better either for AVULUS, right? They got the primal versus the beast. That doesn't seem like an obvious answer at all. So
we've seen this before. I feel like you and I both, when we see a lane swap and we're like, we don't think that you're getting that much marginally out of this one. All of a sudden it puts you at a greater risk, even if the lane is a little bit better. If it doesn't work out, it is so much worse for you than if you were playing these lanes straight up, mostly because of the farm on the pause 4 who now has to be a 5, who's also poor.
Yeah, exactly. And also the other thing is that it kind of ruins your tempo and your rotations in the game after the fact. Like your farming patterns get changed, like your whole system basically. Everything is different, and it might seem small, but really, like, a lot of the practice and the work you put in as a team in the scrims and whatever, it's like building good habits, building foundations, and when that is completely shifted, then it can have negative impacts they're hard to predict.
Speaking of shifted towards the towers, Mobe still has CSing very well. It's not, you actually didn't notice they didn't switch up the supports. They only switched up the cores in these lanes. I want to like knee-jerk reaction and say, that makes this swap better. But is it really? Because now this like pause 4 who still wants all this XP, they're gonna constantly, like, they have a hard decision. Either stay and steal the carry XP, which Dusa desperately needs to keep ramping up the farm. Yeah. Or stay here and get your own, and then like kind of ruin the Dusa game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you mentioned it, because yesterday we saw the support lane swap with Soneko and Desire swapping lanes. Today they're like, we see now we had to swap the cores. Not the support,
That was the only solution. There was simply nothing else. You have to move one of them.
They were sitting last night and doing the prep and like, guys, I figured it out. Not the supports, it's the course.
That's really funny, actually. I hope that's the case. I hope we get to interview them and be like, look, we're in your head. Figured it all out.
Well, right now, Smile Knight is doing pretty well for himself, just 12-1, but if you look at top lane CS, it's Faith Beyond is doing really good. 15-8 versus the 8-0 Primal so far. And
yeah, but the Tinker's getting some good CS.
Yeah, that's true. A board kill here and there, maybe.
Yeah, and you know, this is a hard one actually to contest. Yeah, versus a Tinker, the bots will do some damage. And what I didn't realize for the longest time, did you know the damage and heal actually comes directly from the bots? You can try to dodge them and you will dodge either the heal or the damage, genuinely by like walking across them on the ground.
Yeah, but it's but it's kind of weird, right? They're moving fast and it's like,
it's like impossible to do, but you can do it.
You can, yeah. Maybe you should practice that. But
dude, everybody's practicing Manta dodging. I'm practicing dodging the March.
MTS getting a solo kill on Mobe, it must have came from a skewer earlier, but that is not what you want to see.
No, and his CS was so good, right? So now this Mag already taking the CS lead, now having a big XP lead as well. It's not often we see a hard actual win in the mid lane anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bottle nerf that you cannot refill anymore with TP supports.
Oh,
Let's see if they're going for a kill.
That is
He might
really
be in
good,
trouble.
but Planet is actually turning this one around. Zipping in a lot of danger. This is your lane swap. You opted in for this, and that's another kill.
Damn. Really good start from Tidebound already. Faithbound, of course, he's going for the Overlord as well. He's going to have it really fast after that kill as well. And NTS with a great start too. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Is this Primal going to be enough to stop this Beast from top lane? I'm not so sure. But
I don't know.
not looking great so far. Faithbound having more denies than CB currently has.
Oh no! Oh, that never feels good. No pun in the lane. You want to hear that stat? I mean, the kite is looking so good, and since this is a wild hunt kind of Beastmaster, you're always going to be in for the summons. These boards are always going to be in your face.
Yeah, definitely has a lot of potential to snowball this.
Yeah.
And it's funny with the Primal Beast, I feel like Liquid was one of the teams that were willing to pick this hero up all the time with Saberlight joining them. But since then, they've kind of abandoned it, and I'm yet to see like a really strong Primal performance, at least from the side lane role. I think it's been more promising in the mid.
Yeah.
Oh, actually mid lane again?
Oh, Mobe. Yeah, I mean, they brought the boys, but looks like AVULUS, they're going to respond with their own rotations. This Primal Beast, it had its time. I mean, in your time, actually, in the DPC, it was a lot of Primal, a lot of Tiny, a lot of Tusk, actually. Those three would rock, paper, scissors that out in the mid lane. And then I think it was, you know, kind of after that people started to pick it up in the pause 3, and that's when the die happened. Like, people just didn't pick it up anymore. That is a huge RP into the mid lane again. Avalanche, it won't be enough to save him. All this damage from the silencer will get a kill, and nothing to say. I believe that is like the 4th skewer under the tower, and the 2nd kill he gets from it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, usually Tiny is not the worst matchup against into the Magnus, but obviously if you get skewered into the tower repeatedly, you have no armor, and that is like, I feel like that has been a few too many skewers at this point, and a haste rune as well for NTS. They have potential to run down Sibby now if they wanted to.
Oh my god. This could be so good.
This is a
if he's able to get this kill.
Tidebound, yeah.
He's doing it. He's going to, can he go onto the tower with this? He's got no upgrade. He doesn't care. He's just going to get the skewer back into
Sibby's going.
But then Zibbe is coming on in, trying to help him out, but that will still be another kill, even in the bots. Man, this is a phenomenal performance for nothing to say right now.
Yeah, he's hungry, man. Almost level 7 as well. Oh, can I get him? Big one, though. Big one.
I don't know if they can.
He wants to fight.
He's coming in for more. I didn't hear no bell. Doesn't get him under the tower, unfortunately, but why? Doing so much damage right now on the silencer. It's the 202 build. This is about as nuke as it gets, but unfortunately, it does mean that you're missing on a few of those.
Oh, another sniper. Does he have mana?
Desire?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Oh,
they're
dude,
gonna
he
get
gets it.
well.
Now they're looking at why. Oh, no. A huge turnaround in the mid lane. Mobe looks like he will get out of dodge. He desperately needed that turn.
Yeah, huge from Mobe. I mean, a bit too cocky from NTS, I have to say. There was no need to go for that skewer, right? I mean, feeling a bit too confident there. Maybe. I mean, he's still gonna be ahead with like 500 gold, but that is Mobe's game, like basically recovered. He's gonna get his boots now on the Soul Ring, and yeah, the momentum is balanced out a bit, at least.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see it all slow down just a little, which we really need for the Primal Beast, though. Unfortunately, he's just... No, they left the Madstone. Planet, he's going to get the free Madstone, too. That's just the worst. You know, you clear a creep wave. Does it even feel worth it if you don't get the stones?
Yeah. Faithbound as well, he's got the Dominator finished, so... Tough choices here coming out for AVULUS. Are they going to try to defend this or not? I feel like it's not the easiest task.
I mean, so many people will constantly talk about trying to defend the safe lane towers if it is genuinely not worth it. Almost never worth it to TP up multiple heroes there. Yeah, sure, you can portal it, but if you're spending TPs to get up here, it just feels like such a wasted investment.
Yeah.
So really, I think if they push it, it's going to fall.
Yeah, I feel like typically you want to have the mindset of like, we're going to go there to kill the beast. We're not going to go there just to defend the tower, because the tower will go down eventually, right? You can't just be stationing your team over there. Yeah, you see here, they're just gonna keep pressuring. If the Tiny decides to rotate over here, they can always decide to back off here. We're gonna see Mobe TPing, so...
that's a big roar, actually. That's something they're gonna be missing for the rest of this fight. Now, Planet, he's gonna get taken down by the toss. Mobe tosses the tree as well. They'll get a double. Saneko's still alive, and now why again? Just coming up at the help, bit of the invis. Yo, hold up. This could be a big one. He doesn't want it.
Yeah, it doesn't have any follow-up, actually. No damage. It wasn't going to be enough. Maybe he gets a kill on one of them, but that's just going to cost him his own life in the end. So, actually, really heads up by AVULUS. I think Tidebound playing a bit too over-aggressively around the tree line there. It's always tricky diving around those trees. There's so many TP locations that you can use, and, you know... Oh, skewer again.
Yeah,
Oh,
this time does get the toss away, and the Avalanche then layer in a shackle shot. Mobay might actually be out of this one. Gonna hop through, canceling any movement, maybe, but there it is. Okay, should still get this kill. Ooh, the PA, she's the one that tried to go in and get it. He's gonna tick down. Okay, like the second blood grenade finally hits, but now did Shiro go too far? Looks like not for now. Bibe's the one that kind of gets put in harm's way, rolling over to try to trample out Shiro. Shiro, who may not be able to stand up to this damage. Another sniper and Desire coming soon. Could get a double. Shiro's going to be the one to get the kill. And, oh, he gets it! Desire! How on earth did you kill that silencer?
Dude, so many snipes from Desire right now. I'm sitting at 3 kills and 2 assists.
Ooh.
But yeah, you can see they're getting so kited on Mobay and Sibe. It's so hard for them to bring out. Yeah, we're going to see it here in the highlights.
Very long engagement for like 9 minutes in.
Yeah, but look here, Sibe shows up. It looks like they're gonna be able to kill Shiro, but after the ulti, it's like, how are you gonna do damage at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to trample them, but it's so hard.
He needs so much more. I mean, Primal Beast is one of the heroes that it feels just the best to go phase BKB, and it's for this very reason. He's so damn slow right now.
Yeah, but even if he does in this game, he's going to be facing a Roar and he's going to be facing an RP potentially, so... The silver lining for them is that Smaller Knight has a really...
Oh, that is something. I mean, very early on the silence, I feel. Does it keep him alive, actually? Primal, he gets back towards his base. This could be a turnaround, actually. The Brain implanted. Brain had nothing to say. But Zibe, yeah, no, not enough to protect him. Almost had it with the shield from Suneko, but still just a little bit weak. Still with all this farm on Bach right now.
I mean, we see the problem again, right, with Primal. We spoke about it already, but like, once you go in, there's really no escape plan after the fact. And if you're not winning that engagement, then what are you going to do as a Primal?
Ooh, Planet still goes down. Desire trying to get out of this one. They do not have the Roar just yet. Actually worth it to just shackle the creeps. Bach still ends up getting that kill afterwards. So, and just... balling, battling all over this map right now. Both teams. Who has the better brawling lineup? Do you think one of these teams is benefiting more from getting this early influx of golden XP?
I mean, I think for AVULUS side, you want to be brawling. I feel like you need to get ahead and utilize this Primal and Tiny in some way. And they want to keep making space for Smiling Knight as well, right? So he can find a super strong timing. And as Griff highlighted earlier, Smiling Knight has picked up a Midas, no boots, Medusa. I feel like it's wild, right? This build. I mean, what is going on?
I guess with the move speed facet. I was kind of sleeping on this facet for a while. I thought that 315 move speed just wasn't enough for me. Or sorry, 310. Yeah, it wasn't enough. But I mean, hey, if you're allowed to go double null, this Manta doesn't come out too late. I mean, you're definitely top farm. Maybe it pays off.
I guess down slowable is really nice. You're potentially gonna get skewered and stuff a lot in this game, right? So that is an upside. But yeah, the Midas Yasha.
310 isn't. It's above 300, so that's good. But is that really enough?
I mean, you'll get a pike as well, I assume, at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can see it. If there's Midas, like, because right now he's been completely uncontested, right? He's gotten a solo kill on the bottom tower. He's just had a completely free map so far. So if he gets to keep up his farming pattern like this for another 10 minutes, I could see it pay off. But it's very unorthodox. Let's put it like that.
Yeah. I don't know. As a carry hero, you feel it whenever you're going from camp to camp. Like, that lower move speed definitely will hurt your farm capacity most of the time. Whenever you're in late game, you're potentially getting kited out because you're just not quick enough to get these heroes. Perhaps just not being slowed will be enough. I don't know.
Oh, Suneko in trouble.
Yeah, he is. Getting skewered out into the Roar. That's a pretty big commitment for just the boy. And now they're going to silence up as well. Planet, he's going to get the whip away just for a second, but that toss still going to collect their kill. RP hasn't actually pulled the trigger yet. That was a cancel on it. Now the avalanche. Now there's the RP, but it's too late. Already gotten the kill. So not only do they get a kill on the enemy mid lane, they also get the RP and Y surely falls here. I don't think they need it. Just in with the the focus fire. Another
That's a wisdom shrine as well.
He's owning.
Oh my god. What a time to show up to the fight if you're Smile Knight. Getting some huge kills.
How could they, Headskin? How could they?
Damn, Saber Death really needed that. He's level 8.
He was getting both of them no matter what.
I mean, I guess the upside to this is that, you know, Primal has been so active, effectively sacrificing his own game, but the Syra and Soneko, they're doing really hot for themselves in terms of net worth. So, and these heroes, I mean, especially the Tinker, they can scale fairly well. So, I guess this is one of the upsides of the Primal, right?
Yeah. I like the net worth lead is in favor of AVULUS, but you look at this Primal and you're astonished by it. It is because Desire and Soneko have so much farm. Are they heroes that are going to use as well? I think old Windrunner, yes. I'm not sure about this current iteration of Windrunner. Like, is she actually that good with a bunch of extra farm?
I mean, it's never bad to have extra farm, right? But the question is, like, how well are you going to use it? I think it's just going to be more glimmers, maybe an Atos, you know. It's not going to be a Maelstrom or anything like that. Right now, he's got a Yule queued up, which I guess is nice for the Magnus. You know, you can kind of be the anti-skewer person for your team.
I'm not sold.
Yeah.
I feel like the Tinker, yes, 100%. Yeah. Every bit of gold that you get him is insane. The Windrunner right now, like, since you're not going for like murdering people, I don't know how much I really care about the extra gold.
Yeah, and right now he's overtaking Sebe, of course, with the shard picked up from the 5.8.
Dude, Sebe was praying that he got that shard.
Dude, he's almost caught up to NTS, and NTS was super owning this early game.
Oh my god. Is Desire gonna be dude, just queue up the Maelstrom. Don't go for the Yule Scepter anymore, man. You got gold.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, man. 90% of all 4K Windrunners are going Maelstrom BKB in this scenario. I can't believe it.
I mean, I would do it.
It always feels good, like, especially on a pause 4, right? You're allowed to on that.
Yeah, but does that mean I'm 4K?
Hey, join the party, brother. We can party together.
All right.
I love that Jimmy already has this blade mail. I feel like his items were feeling kind of rough. We've seen the straight phase BKB primal, and when you're not ahead, that build definitely can fall off sometimes. I like going for this blade mail first.
I like it as well. I feel like if you're not going to be able to do damage when you commit, at least have a blade mail so that you cannot be focused as well.
Yeah.
Right? So it always feels better. Oh, Shiro is in so much trouble.
He could be in a bit of danger, yeah. He may be in a lot of danger, but the silence coming out for now, helping him, even getting the jump away. But the Avatar's back, keeping Shiro engaged. Now here's the RP. I don't know if you can get out of this one. Zibe will die. Robe still with the shield room, healthy for now. But you've gone so far to get this PA. I just don't know if you're going to get her. You may take out Planet on the other side, but even, the team is all around. You don't want to commit for this. You can still die. Oh, snipe. Not in time.
NTS wants the skewer. Not gonna be able
wants
to.
it, but the bots, looks like they'll cancel it out for now.
Yeah. I mean, that's the global spend, of course. It's just, I mean, they get CB for nothing, really, when Shiro's in trouble there. But I feel like AVULUS, they were kind of missing a hero. If they had a Tinker there, this fight looks way different.
It's true. It's hard being aggressive with the Tinker lineup sometimes, especially early on when you're not as mobile. It's like you want to set up the bots.
Oh, nice toss back. This is a very tanky beast, though. Vanguard Essence Ring.
Yeah, and they do have the Roar helping out right now. Still want to get Zibe, but eventually I think... Oh no, he got healed up. He got way healed up by this Tinker. Now still setting in the bots. He's going to go down. I honestly thought it looked pretty good for them, but Soneko's pumping. He's got so much heal.
Yeah, I mean, I think just without the RP, without the global, there's no fighting back there. Even if Faith Beyond is so tanky sitting in the front line like that, there's just no turning around. You don't have the damage, simply. Nice heal setup. Oh no.
See?
He's healing him.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good power shot.
And Smile Knight, he's close to finishing the butterfly at minute 19, so...
Jesus.
He's getting pretty farmed.
He's like, team, unblock their ancient camp. I'm ready to hit.
I feel like with this farm of Medusa, even if like, let's say you get the Aegis, and even if you get screwed back, you might not even care. That's kind of, you know, that's where you want to be when you're this fat.
Yeah. So butterfly rapier, right? That's the move.
I mean, that there was a patch where people used to do that, right? And just go end.
Yeah.
I think we're not quite there here. So right now, Tidebound, if you look at the items on NTS and Faith Beyond, they're going very like team oriented. It's a Vanguard for Beast and a Pipe for Magnus. So they're putting all of the scaling eggs into the Shiro basket.
Yeah. We saw Mobe do that, right? He was one who went Blink Force Yules, Octarine.
Yeah, but that's still utility for yourself, right? That's still not. It's not helping you scale, but it's like making your hero more effective in some way. I think.
Okay.
The pipe mag, it's not gonna make you more potent, if you know what I mean. It's more so team oriented.
Yeah. I got that. I mean, so often we're seeing more of like Blink Ags or something. Oh, okay. Yules, that's why we bought it. And the RP not out yet. Now they have the silence. He's getting closer. Gets 2 cores. Yes, brings them back into his team. Back into the rain, but he still gets assassinated. Desire is absolutely rocking these power shots. Ain't gonna stop just now. Has another shackle to a tree. Another big focus. And they get a kill. Now seeing Bach under the tier 2. They don't care. But oh my god, Desire. He just keeps going.
Oh!
Stop the Hawk!
God damn.
Oh my goodness, he is just selling on them now. He forces the roar out on himself. Mobe may be the one to pick up this kill. This is dangerously close to a tier 3. They might not get punished for it. Smiling Knight is... Brother, that's not your high ground. That's the enemy team. Walk backwards.
I hate to say it, but Yule really paid off there for Windrunner, right? He's able to control NTS for the whole time in the river in the fight, and you know, he gets RP at the end, but Shiro is so scared to commit. Even so, and you can tell that the damage issue is coming out for Tidebound. They need this PA to do any sort of damage, but if Shiro is scared to commit, as we're gonna see here.
Yeah.
Gets the Yule initially on the mag, and then they go for the RP skewer, but Shiro is so scared to commit, and then if Shiro is not committing, then who's gonna do the damage at all, right? Just not there. Yep. This beast is not doing any significant damage. And there's so many heals for Tidebound as well, with Soneko on the Tinker. So after this fact, it's just like, all right, we don't need to be scared. We can just keep going forever. And
right, dude, this Hawk.
That is so unfortunate, actually. You can't really do anything about it, right? You can't micro it, so.
Right, yeah. That was really good. And that whole time, by the way, Mobe did have a DD rune, and this is DD rune with toss fast of Tiny, right? So as a PA, if you step up there, you are just dead.
For sure.
And there it is. Speaking of just dead. Oh, they use Aurora on one side, finding Zebe still. This time, the Blade Mail feels to be doing a lot more damage. Finally get the silence off as an RP under the wheel. You've used all your ultis. What are you going to get out of this one? Shiro trying to get the kill on Soneko. Jumps forward, will get it. Now Desire getting focus fighter, trying to turn this one back around. And that is the BKB gone on PA. Now pulverized. More people around her. She tries to flank to a creep. She'll get it. How much more can you get? She's gonna get sent into the box of wonders. Shiro another jump away, but Mobe, he's here to clean up. He's here to finish it off. Give him the ultra. Give him a rampage, please. Tee it up, and let's see if he has enough time to get it. I actually don't know. It's been a while.
Come on, get it.
Does he get it? Please give it to him.
Oh,
he gets the rampage. Mobe. My standing, not even standing anymore. My teammate.
My new teammates. What a great fight by him. But you can see, like, Shiro, he's popping the BKB. He has to go for Soneko, but that, I mean, he's gonna get him eventually. But even so, like, there's just way too much to deal with. You're not even close to touching Smile Knight in any of these fights. You don't have the damage that you need, and I don't know. If you're going for this Crimson Guard pipe, this is also around the time where you should be taking over the map, where you should be winning the fights. Then, if you're not doing it now, then, like, all right, what's next for Tidebound? Are we gonna go late game now? I feel like that has to feel so bad with the itemization that they've gone for.
It feels more and more that like these aura items are really great when your team is ahead. Yes. But whenever you're behind and your team is lacking damage, this is absolutely not the move. And unfortunately for Tidebound, it's too late now. Like you're already knee deep in these items. Somehow you have to make this game last another 10 to 15 minutes. You can get some, crit sticks or blade mails or something to help you out. Desire keeps on killing. This guy is dominating on the Windrunner right now.
And that's gonna be Roshan as well. I mean, this Medusa is gonna be really scary really soon. I mean, he's gonna have an MKB. He already has a finish actually with an Aegis as well. I feel like it's.
I'm scared. I'm scared now. Butterfly MKB Medusa. Yeah. And it's not like her farm is slowing down. She's got Manta Midas. I mean, 1/3 of your kit is damaged. 1/3 of your kit is just farming, and then you have 2 null talismans for a rainy day.
Right, and he's gonna go for the Kaya Sanj next. Maybe he changes his Scotty, but I mean, I feel like if you're AVULUS now, you gotta be thinking about potentially going for a rack soon, right? I mean, you're just minute 24, but I feel like you're picking sword. Almost 19k net worth for Smile Knight as well. I don't think there's anything Tidebound can do at this point. They need way more items on his PA. At least get MKB, but even then, you might need more.
It's split pushing, right? Like somehow you've got to get these Helm Dom 2 creeps like in other lanes, really pushing the map.
Yep.
And it's not the easiest team to do that against. You know, you have a Tinker who can always show up to these waves, and this is exactly what he wants, right? Your team's ahead. It's time.
You're thinking about it.
Yeah, he wants it. Is it actually dangerous to do so that sort of thing when you're this far ahead? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna have to consider the fact that there's a skewer back, right? So if you go for Planetary, he gets the escape act off, and then you're skewered into the. You know, you don't want to throw when you're this far ahead. I feel like
there's a lot going on right now.
They should definitely poke this at the very least. Level 19 Medusa, minute 25.
It's so damn farmed. And this high ground, surely this is just the racks. I don't think you want to waste the time even trying to defend this.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Shiro is going to try to do the right thing and get his MKB up top in the meantime, but even if you get it, is it going to be... Oh, he's actually switching to Nullifier on Shiro to deal with the defense matrix from Tinker, but I'm not sure. Is it going to be enough against this Butterfly Dusa?
Yeah, it feels like that's not really the problem, but I guess it is nice to always be able to like kill a support, right? Like you jump on them with your BKB and they're dying.
It is, but you're gonna have to fight soon if you're Tidebound, right? And I think even if you skewer the Dusa back, it's like, is that really a problem for AVULUS? Or can you even get the skewer off? You've got this Yule, this Yule Windrunner, you got this Tiny being able to stop you, but he's gonna try first now. They want Mobe.
I think they see you. Oh, nope, they see you. In fact, they may kill you.
Damn.
Just barely saved.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a way to get around. There's no way they're going for this Dusa right now, especially with the Aegis. They need to get some Echo at least.
Why stop here? Why not just hightail it towards top and just go for another tier 2? Maybe even get yourself megas by the time it's over. Because there's the Yule Scepter. You're not able to skewer them back. You want it so desperately. Finally, they're on top of the mountains. He gets an RP, but for what? They're sitting here menacingly. There's no Shiro. There's no anybody.
Here we go.
Finally, he's in, but he has to press the BKB almost immediately. He crit himself off of Zibe's Blade Mail, and now he's just sad. They have to walk back into the base. They'll continue to take this Rax, and it feels like right now, AVULUS, they are still strongly in control.
And what do you now? You still have the Roar, but then your PA has no BKB. There's no global. I don't know. AVULUS are... Yeah, they don't have creep waves. That's the problem.
When did they cut the wave? Who cut the wave? Whoever cut the wave genuinely may have saved this game. I think the game could have been over there if there was a wave still in base. So whoever did that, you're a great player.
Well, they still have about 90 seconds on the Aegis remaining, and they're gonna have a Scotty Deuce as well. So I don't think, like, even if you lose the Aegis, you're probably not gonna lose confidence just based on that, right? They're also gonna steal the Wisdom Shrine here as well, getting a double once more. So regardless,
yeah,
I mean, it's gonna give you some time to breathe if you're Team Tidebound, but still, I feel like you need so much more if you're Shiro. Like, we've seen so many, we've seen a couple of multi-hero RPs, but he's always scared to commit.
Right? Dude, there's literally 3 people RP'd in your base, and you just gotta stare. That has gotta be one of the worst feelings in the world.
Yeah. Oh, they found him.
There it is. Yeah, Shiro, trying to jump backwards here, still taking a lot of damage. The escape act. Yeah. Oh, I don't think he gets out of this one. Another jump. The evasion may be helping him out, even though there's an MKB on this Dusa. Yeah, no, barely getting away.
Nice skewer, but...
Okay, skewered back.
Still
Aegis for another 35 seconds, so Smiley Knight, I mean, he's here, but doesn't have to worry just yet.
30 seconds on the Aegis.
Obey.
Oh, nice catch.
Oh, Jesus!
Nice PKB as well from Obey, dodging the skewer there.
He just right-click deleted the silencer.
Yep.
I mean, Aegis is only here for another 5 seconds. Smiley Knight wisely stepping backwards. Doesn't want to get gun on. You know they want this toss. Or sorry, this skewer.
Yeah.
They're gonna smoke up.
They're thinking about it, but even if there's no Aegis, I feel like it's not that simple. Okay, they're gonna see the Deuce TP right now, so now, you know, time to get back
Sure
to
you go.
AVULUS.
Surely you hunt the Dusa if you see her on this wave, but
It's just so hard. It's nighttime. You don't see anything. You're gonna have to play ops to see something. It's still nighttime for another 20 seconds or so.
Yeah.
And you have to remember, this is time spent, you know, chasing, not farming, not getting stronger. So I feel like they're really grasping here. They understand that they're losing control of the game completely. they probably feel like they need to find some kind of clutch outplay or outmaneuver to, you know, really reel the game back in. But I don't think AVULUS is gonna give it to them.
No, they're just going right up for this Tormentor. Seems like the net worths have started to finally come back in. Zibe gets himself a shard, making him look like the offlaner on this team instead of the Windrunner. Things looking better for him.
Yeah. Alright, so AVULUS heading for the tier 2. I feel like that should be fairly safe, even without the Aegis. And then they have another decision to make. Are they going to keep going for the high ground push, or is it going to be Roshan waiting time? Oh, why in trouble? He doesn't have buyback.
No, he's got a glimmer, but it might not be in time. Oh my god! Obey.
Okay, so I think right now...
Are the items on Obey right now?
He just had a harpoon there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just PKB harpoon. But now you don't have Y for 50 seconds. That means that everybody can maneuver freely because of no global. So I feel like no Aegis do that, no cares, no silencer.
Yeah. Magnus. This blink does occasionally get canceled. Jumping in, does get the skewer. There's Medusa. Maybe they have enough damage for her. PKB popped already. RP connecting as well. But the team is coming in to help her out.
No mana.
Finally pulverized this PA. Now giving it the escape button. She can't hit, but another skewer under the tier 4. It just doesn't feel like they have the damage. Wait, that's Medusa. She's very low. They actually get the kill. Smiley Knight goes.
Oh,
they
no.
paused on her because they all disconnected.
What the hell? I actually didn't expect them to be able to finish her like that. Where was the backup? I guess the nullifier makes all the difference, right? You can apply the defense matrix, and they got the roar in the tier 4s as well. Holy shit.
Dude, that is the biggest commit being paused in history, man. Instantly DC on 4 heroes after pausing on the enemy carry, man. That's my kind of team.
I bet somebody hit the, you know, power cord or something after that team fight.
All right, geez. Oh, they're just going. Ain't gonna talk about it at all. All right, just go. They got the Dusa. I feel like that kill matters a lot, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to continue for more.
Oh, Nate, that's the Nick in trouble. Mobay still has some Dusa though. Yeah, Tidebound thinking twice about it and not gonna keep chasing. I think this is the right choice. This is a moment where you can get some extra space and gold if you're Tidebound, and I think, you know, moments of hope here for them. I feel like that is probably as good as it gets, really, for Tidebound. Getting the skewer back onto the Dusa, full roaring, tier 4 hitting you with the nullifier as well, removing all the defense matrices from Tinker and then the RP as well. And this is really the first time that we've seen Shiro completely commit into a fight, right? I mean, I guess when the Dusa is isolated, he's happy to commit, but in different circumstances, when everybody on AVULUS is ready to help out, then it's a different story.
Yeah, I mean, the PA is going for a rapier now. So for Shiro, after being fully committed to that one, gonna keep on being committed. I like it. I feel like Shiro, as you said, like they didn't try to run out of the base after getting the kill on Dusa. You got a good thing going for the PA. Let's see if they're able to capitalize on it, because we're gonna have another 1,800 gold. And on the meanwhile, nothing to say. He just goes down. Oh no, and they might find Bach. Oh no. Heals up first. Mobay yet again with a DD. But slow it up for now. Looks like he won't be able to chase.
Oh.
No. Desire.
Okay, why did
And
again?
then they go
No buyback.
why?
No buyback on him, but at least it's not a dieback. It's only going to be 30 seconds, so I'm not sure this is going to be enough for AVULUS to seize the Rex. I feel like it's going to be Roshan time, right? It has to be.
Yeah, you know, this is the hidden buff to dying multiple times in a game. You know, a death timer at 30 minutes, it's only 30 seconds, you know? It's easy.
Also, more time to yell at your teammates, right?
True! It is so much easier to ping items whenever you're dead, all right?
Yeah.
I know they try to remove that for some of you toxic people, but for the rest of us good players with healthy hearts, you know, I'm able to ping those items all day.
Smile Knight gonna get another Aegis, obviously being able to drop the Midas, which is nice, but Tidebound, they want to fight this. I feel like you probably have to, right? With giving an Aegis to a Smile Knight, you're not gonna have the option of screwing him back.
Oh, but they are on a ward, and Shiro! Somebody save him, please! Silence. Yeah, that'll save him. They give him the escape act as well, trying to get away from this one, but there it is. The Gale Force keeping everybody involved.
No global.
And now they can just
as
turn
well.
back to Roche.
Yeah. They're still gonna try for it on Tidebound. I feel like they have to, even though they don't have global. Just so hard if they give this Aegis to Smile Knight.
They're doing a huge rap. Dude, Zibe is reading this so well.
Yeah, he has buyback as well, so he can afford to take a hit here for the team.
Okay, he's taking a hit. Let's see how many he takes. That is going to be the roar. Okay, and that's committed. Roshan still should fall, canceling the blinks. Nobody can get in here by the time it falls. Nothing to save. He can't fight against the Gale Force, so yeah, they take one kill, but still it is Aegis to the Dusa.
Actually, pretty nice from AVULUS. I kind of like what Zibe did. I mean, sure, it's a bit far away from the team, right? But it's just making sure that there's no funny Aegis steals happening or anything.
Yeah.
This is ultimately gonna delay the Aegis by a minute or so, but nonetheless, it secures it for them, and that means they're gonna have 4 solid minutes to go for a high ground push before the, the crazy late game Rapier PA is coming out. He also changed his build to the MKB instead of the Rapier on the PA. So
Okay. Have Tidebound gotten a Wisdom Shrine since minute 7?
I don't think so, right? Minute 14 was a double.
So
Yeah, there was a TP top from Small Knight, minute 14, securing it.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure they haven't gotten one
You
since.
can see it. Why sitting at level 11 compared to the counterpart of the side.
Right.
Level 19 and 20, so.
Yeah. There's definitely like a chicken and the egg moment happening here. Like, because he doesn't get the Wizardman, he probably died a few times because he's so low on everything. Then he keeps dying, so they're not able to contest. No, please don't kill him again. He's been such a good boy. Just dying over and over. Please don't kill him again.
Oh!
That is a really nice skewer. Yeah, and Shiro doesn't have to give a BKB away for that one either. Beautifully done with that talisman or nullifier.
That is a fairly big gold bounty as well. Almost
Right,
1,500 gold for the Windrunner.
Oh, Desire. That's rough.
Damn. I mean, Tidebound, they're scrapping things together, but the real test is going to be once AVULUS are able to reach the high ground. And they're desperately trying to avoid that from happening right now. They understand that they need something scrappy. They need to find a good pinch, on the Soneko Tinker or something like that. Or Mobe in trouble as well.
Okay. I did get to see him die there. I promise you that was Bach getting the kill for 1,000 gold and an 870 gold bounty.
God damn. And that's his items as well. We were talking about the damage problem that they have, and now Ags on the Beast. I feel like, I mean, it's still 16k lead for AVULUS, right? But the late game is, you have to mention it. It's so scary for Tidebound side. It's so strong.
So they've gotten a few really nice kills. This is the second nullifier that's on the board. Shiro, he's a real boy. We've got the MKB. Satanic will be very good.
Yep.
It's a 16,000 net worth lead. I don't think it feels that way anymore to me.
Yeah, and I think almost one of the main things here is that this Aegis is running out. It's just 2 minutes remaining, and if you're not able to capitalize, then all of these kills, they're gonna start to add up. AVULUS, they would really love to go for high ground push right about now, but are they gonna have the time?
I mean, okay, does Medusa still win this matchup? Even if we got 6 items on both carries, does Medusa and her team, I guess, more realistically, win this one against Tidebound?
It's hard to say, right? I think there's a lot of factors going into it. I think one of them is the supports being really gimped for Tidebound's side, but there's definitely potential for them. Like, their late game, their triple core is really, really strong, and their supports as well. I think it has to be said. We discussed it earlier, the Windrunner and stuff, they're not going to be nearly as potent in the late game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If Desire went for a Maelstrom, would they win the late game?
I don't think it would change much.
Oh.
Alright, Skewer again.
Oh no!
Ages this time though.
Use your Maelstrom! Oh, the good silence
forced.
keeps everybody away. So that was silence for Gale Force. Very favorable trade there for AVULUS, but more importantly, they're still trying to get these megas.
They need to go again on Tidebound. They can't get this up. Well,
still have it. Another skewer backwards. This time the Yo's going to connect. And now here comes Zibe trying to get some more damage done. They've escaped active. He's trying to land in a good place with the RP. Gets it. Roars Tony on the backside. Kane tries to go for it, but immediately gets shackled for 6 seconds or something. That was so long. Now she's trying to keep the fight going. This time, in the midst of the pulverize, she may fall down. She does! Go for the flyback right away, hitting these illusions. Sure, you can take them, but Smiling Knight still focusing on these racks. Another time they want to get the skewer, but another time the team interrupts it. Now he's rooted. Now he's getting hit. Smiling Knight may take another kill. Finally, we got the skewer back, and he is safe for now, but not so much for his racks.
Got your megas, but I don't think that's enough to just seal the game completely. They got the 98, they can definitely hold this, but... Oh, they're gonna try again.
Oh, that's after the Aegis! Nullified, we're team! Shiro jumping in again with the BKB. It's not there just yet. He just gets too locked up. Now the Pulverize is gonna take down Bach. He'll have to buy back for this one. Shiro does manage to get back into the base. He doesn't have his BKB for another 15 seconds.
Question is AVULUS gonna keep going here. There's no RP, and I think that is the major fact. They wanna keep going until the RP is ready to release.
There is a roar, so somehow if they're able to finagle a skewer, there could be a roar at the end of it. There it is. Skewer coming back. Roar connecting as well. This time the Gale Force keeping everybody closer, but the wheel of wonder, maybe actually keeping them locked in. It's a jump there for Shiro. A huge crit on Mobay. Almost taking out Desire as well. Finally the nullifier, but it's bounced back into Shiro as well.
Nice
the ult. It will keep him locked in for now. Then the avalanche. Then too much damage for Desire. Trying to jump back a little bit of the barrier. Smiling Knight, does he have the damage? One more hit. No, the blur. The jump away. But the strike. Desire. Desire holds them in. Oh, Desire.
Well, that's gonna pop. Desire.
Oh.
Shit, what a fight.
I tell you what.
So many skewers, man. I mean, they tried really hard on Tidebound, but they were so far behind. I mean, and yeah, I mean, the lane swap, we criticized it in the beginning, but Smiling Knight, he actually super carries this game, right? There wasn't really any flaws from him. Like, the Midas really paid off. He played super solid game. I feel like there wasn't any major mistakes apart from maybe the first top barracks push, but...
Yeah, it's hard to even tell if that was a mistake, right? Like, at some point, you're gonna die on a hero. The team was, like, so far. Yeah, I mean, if they can get some separation in this one, they might actually be able to lock themselves up at the actual spot number 2, which, of course, for anybody trying to get into this group stage 2 is very, very important.
100%. Went for the Corrosive Dragon, of course, which is pretty much the only route mid DKs go for nowadays. Makes a lot of sense with the TA as well, with the Darkseer getting that minus armor.
Oh yeah, gotta just like load up on make sure that's TA, and that's something that the Slardar had also done when we had seen this combo before.
30 seconds to battle.
That's true. I just kind of prefer the DK hero compared to a Slardar right now. I feel like the Slardar, it has similar issues to the Primal Beast, right? If you're not able to commit and just sit in the fight, then you're not going to be that useful, and also doesn't scale nearly as well as a DK.
I love seeing everybody in the chat trying to like predict the game, and they're like, it's Group B. Every other damn game has been a 1-1. It's going 1-1. I don't know. I get the sentiment for it, but I feel like this one could be the pop-off. It's Smiling Knight TA This guy never misses with it. Honestly, in his TA performances, it's kind of been the rest of the team that we've had doubts for. Well, let's see if they get something going early here. It is Y and Shiro trying to get a first blood. Y, though, even with the heal on him, they won't get the first blood. It's going to go to Jibe. Then Jiro's the one that gets the second blood. I don't think he's going to get a third. In fact, he might get turned around on here. Jibe doing a lot of damage with his Ion Shell. Won't get executed on this one. They'll trade away. Shiro dies first, so he doesn't get the XP for this one. Planet, if I had a nickel for every time a Windrunner seems like she could carry the game with these kills, I have 2 nickels. But it is Desire chasing your Darn, which is a little bit poetic.
That is a double kill for Sibe, though. That is going to be great, especially if he goes to that Vanguard. I keep... Oh, shit.
No, Desire!
Snipe.
Oh my god, you madman!
Damn, that might actually make a big difference in the bottom lane, because now Faith Beyond is going to be alone for like a good minute here.
Yeah. Oh my, okay. Immediately, let's check out this off lane. Is Lycan going to be sad?
I mean, he cannot enter, right? There's no way. There's a Bane TA sitting like you're alone.
Dude, Saneko's actually trying to chase him down in the trees. Come here, boy.
CB has
That's
the Vanguard
wild.
queued up already. I like it. I like it.
Man, Smiley Knight, you 6 denies. Jesus. Oh, no. I feel so bad. I just feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, at least he's getting XP, right? But this is not... I was speaking about the snowball factor on Lycan, I think. You know, with this start on the TA, it's not going to be easy for the Lycan.
No, not at all. So, at least, like, Planet is back now, but think about how much of an advantage your team has gotten. At least, thanks to the kills Planet has gotten, he's actually already level 2. Still, Saneko doesn't care. Should Saneko care? I feel like he should. I don't know.
It's just being annoying, but when he's playing like this, he's not going to get any XP for himself, which is not always the best thing.
Ooh. Yeah, no, there's CS issues all around for these guys so far. And right now, it looks like, of course, we talked about the corrosive dragon facet for Mobe, meaning that the tower pressure for him should be a little bit more potent. And if they do, you're saying it might be a lane win for him. So if he wins the lane, it feels like he should be able to transition to taking towers really quick.
Yeah, and also for Tidebound side, there's not that much magic damage typically. Like the Kunkka does a fair bit, but I think a Warlock rotating in on a boat on the DK, a Windrunner is good, sure, but like there is potential for him to pressure this tower with his first Dragon form.
Sounds like we need to get a, instead of going for like triple crit stick, you just go triple Revenant Scrooge on the Kunkka. Really start rocking that magic damage.
Yeah, let's go. It's not every day we get to see a Kunkka nowadays. Typically we get to see it versus heroes like, you know, squishy range heroes like Lina and stuff. But
yeah. People definitely got like a lot more bold with picking the Kunkka and really just valuing boat. Yeah, not as much of like the Tidebringer, but just boat as a whole. This is one that I don't know, maybe it was flexing too hard, but the hero typically is going Blade Mail into Radiance, just like the old very greedy build, just kind of being like a force for the team.
I mean, that definitely makes sense with the Blade Mail Radiance into the TA. You are playing into Darkseid though, which is, you know, always a concern when you're playing a Radiance hero.
Yeah. That's true. I wonder, I mean, there are some other builds like Blade Mail Halberd, but
Yeah.
I don't know how hard that one hits compared to everything else.
I feel like that's kind of a similar story like the last game, right? You're not bringing any scale to the table.
Yeah. So then Ags, Blade Mail Ags. Surely the answer is Blade Mail to start. I don't know if I'll be willing to give that one up, but
yeah,
maybe the next item, yeah.
Sibe is gonna pick up a minute 4:30 in Vanguard here, which is he's also very high XP. You know, obviously the double kill level 1 happening.
Yeah.
This could be scary for Tidebound actually. If he gets to level 5 here in the next minute or so.
I mean, they've definitely gotten a very strong start out of this laning stage. Already out of the favorable laning stage, just giving the Night Stalker his own Ion Shell. Now maybe chasing down the tower. This is a huge rotation in. Saneko gonna help him out, but as a TP in from Planet, that was a vacuum to start though. A lot of damage coming out of Desire with the Fatal Bonds and putting in some work. Maybe gonna start just hitting the creeps next one, but Zibe could go down here. Nothing else to get him away. Shiro's still trying to chase, and with the execution from Planet, that's gonna be a killing spree for the Windrunner now.
Exactly what you needed if you're Tidebound. You just completely nullified the Vanguard timing. Maybe a bit overzealous there. They didn't really have the creeps to, you know, back up that tower dive, and yeah.
And it's a twofer, right? You went over, tried to get that done, and now you have left this Lycan alone, who also had a rough time allowing him to come back. So, in one way, you fail to make pressure, then you give him some space. It's all got to be good for the Tidebound team right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Smile Knight is still chilling, but definitely a solid turnaround for Tidebound, considering the fact the laning state start wasn't the best for them. You know, some ways the Vanguard can be a good pressure item when you go for the Darkseer, or like when you rush it on the Darkseer like this. But another way to play it would be to just completely leave him, right? And go play around the mid lane and go for the security rooms. They're gonna go for Moba here. This should be a kill.
Oh, beautiful job on the stun here. Kind of screwing up the combo, but the bone still hits, and another execution Planet. He is the firing squad for Team Tidebound right now, and he's got 4 kills to his name.
Yeah, nothing to say. One of the OG Kanka players, knowing what's up.
Doing really well. I mean, just overall in levels. Now, I mean, he's the one that feels like he shouldn't be pressuring this tower, but he is. I'll see what he queues up next, but already got some pretty good early items going. Oh, he is, yeah. Daytime is one hell of a drug.
Mobe wants to go. Is this gonna work?
That's honestly a bit of a rough dragon form, right?
Yeah.
Like he's trying to chase down way away from the tower. Doesn't even matter if you stop.
Oh, Wisdom Rune in trouble. In trouble.
Oh no! Oh no! Not again. They're starting to set up here.
They're bringing everybody.
Oh, they couldn't get the sleep off on Planet, so I think Planet is going to be here no matter what. Snako trying to TP away, and he won't get out. So call it a kill, and actually a wisdom now for Planet. He's got to be feeling good about that. They will still trade on the other side, but maybe a bit too overzealous there for AVULUS.
Yeah, at least they get Small Knight out, which was huge. I mean, if he was going to die there, then, you know, you're losing every core that you have in the last 2 minutes. So super heads up by Small Knight, not trying to commit for that, you know. Outnumbered 2 to 4, so, and you know that's quite a big rotation for Dire. They rotate 4 heroes for that, and Zibe he's making the best out of it, farming this ancient stack.
Yep. Big Lotus, big stick, getting himself some good gold, and that's 60 CS here. Usually, whenever you're jungling, you maybe can cope it up and say it's not quite that much, but that was just an ancient stack that he took. So, yeah that gold actually matters a lot for him.
Level 7.5, minute 8, so doing really good for himself. If they want to force this play, I'm not sure. Can we do it? It's gonna be tight.
Sure. Yeah.
Look at Shiro.
Shiro actually, backing out. Even the trap is doing a lot of damage, but now Smiling Knight, he's the one under our rock, under the fatal bonds, gonna get a nice shackle. The execution again, Planet. Oh my goodness, he's starting to turn up, and now this is the Windrunner that queues up the Maelstrom.
Hopefully, Kappa. Yeah, you always forget. It's so deceiving. The Warlock showing up with a golem minute 8, regardless of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah.
With the XP nerf, I think it's like this is almost always a level 6 kind of book. I think before the nerf, it was okay to like hold on to it and maybe hope that something else kind of pops up and you get that XP later. But now it's only 200. It's just not worth it to hold on to it anymore.
Yeah, I think once people realize that you just pop it, it's like a free tome of wisdom, essentially. It's just so strong. It can give you so much momentum in the game, and that eventually transitions into more XP, right? More kills. So I think once people figure that out, they understand that Warlock is actually a really strong hero. And I'll say it again. I'm not sure why people have like refrained from it. I see a lot of teams, you know, they got the PA, the Warlock is on the table, but they choose to go for other heroes like the Silencer, which of course is not bad, but I feel like this combination is so scary.
The combo picks definitely working out right now for Tidebound. Their combo of the Warlock PA seems to have gotten a good amount of gold. I can't say that the other one has been bad though. Sure, Night Stalker is a little underfarmed, but Darkseer is feeling good.
The problem for them is that Mobe is not really having the game that he typically, you know, he's been their main playmaker, and if he doesn't have a fast blink, then
Okay. Good all hit here. Desire, yeah, he is just rocked. Outside of the actual rock that's on cooldown, but still hit very hard by Tidebound.
yeah, I like this by them. They're just throwing their cooldowns every time they have it, and just already showing way more initiative in this game compared to the previous one.
Trying to get some own participation going for the DK here. Sitting in the mid lane with the Corrosive Dragon, but it's the shield rune. The shield rune is really helping this out.
Yeah.
He's definitely very comfortable with that.
So Neko is only level 4 actually. It's gonna take. This is gonna be a very late.
I mean, Bane has good spells, but I will say it's really important to have Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, I mean, minute 4 at level 4 at minute 11 is really underwhelming. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. This is a really good job from Mobe though. I didn't know if he was gonna be able to stick in here with this one, but the Corrosive Dragon definitely pulling its weight now, getting a tower, making sure his team doesn't have to like overcommit to help him out here. So they'll take that mid tower and go back to farming.
They are gonna hit a fairly good timing with their course though, in like the next minute or two, with a Crimson Darkseer and a Blink on DK. So that's gonna be a good timing. I would hope that Soneko can secure his level 6 before then, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Blade Mail being sent out as well for Nothing to Say, and Golem is ready together with the the boat and Lycan Domi. They're really strong right now.
They're really starting to ramp up with. Hey, I think it was you and I, right? Talking about like this one item timing that teams really are trying to go for. So we have the Helm Dom, we have the Blade Mail. Honestly, Warlock Rock is probably the that's his item that he's showing up with, and it feels really strong right now for Tidebound.
Yeah, it feels way better when you can push the towers like this. You have a lot of team fights with the Lycan compared to the other game with the Beastmaster. So the upside as well is that once you get these towers for free, when understandably AVULUS decides not to fight it, they still don't have the 6 on Bane even. So, but when the case is like that, you're just getting towers for free. That means you don't have to stop. You don't have to go back. You can keep controlling the Radiant jungle, get the D-wards out, and make the map really small for AVULUS. They still haven't opened the top tower, so you can just see it. The resources available on the map is very small for AVULUS currently.
I don't think it's gonna get much better. Just TA, although she does ramp up quick, she still needs these beginning items, right? She needs the Deso, she needs this Dragonlance, she needs the Blink. That's why, like, compared to a PA, especially a PA, whenever she sometimes has a Magnus on her side, feels like it gets online a lot sooner because you already have that mobility, you have that damage. You're really just waiting for the BKB to keep you alive.
Yeah, and I think the main thing for AVULUS right now is gonna be, can they get online in time for the Tormentor fight? Because I think giving that up will
oh god, nothing to say. And the rest of his team just waltz right in and kill Smiley Knight. Why, like, on sight is like, I will rock this PA. I do not care.
Yeah, huge kill. Why not? Just throw the rock. That's the best kill you can get, really. And I wonder if tier 2 is going to be in trouble here. Faith Beyond doesn't seem to think so. So I guess it's not.
I mean, they had the rock, but they didn't want to use it for the tower push.
Yeah, interesting. But that is no rock for the Tormi, so that could potentially be one upside, or a silver lining, rather, for AVULUS.
Yeah. 120 seconds is maybe 30 seconds after AVULUS could take it, so it depends. Well, the smoke from AVULUS could be very telling. If they end up getting some good kills out of it, they could turn this into a Tormentor or even a Wisdom Rune right after. Finding Y first with Blink Dagger in on the high ground. He just wanted to stack some cans for his team, but now he's dead. Now they're wrapping around on the backside. They see Shiro, but I don't think they want that. They want this Wisdom, and it's a TP in from the Kunkka. They want to fight this on Tidebound.
Yeah, no Golem, of course. Oh, Planet in trouble as well. Both of the supports being taken out immediately.
I think a lot of people are in trouble now. Planet, that is a big gold into the back wall, gripping the PA as well. But the stun from the Centaur actually stops the grip early. One last hit for the Dragon. It's not enough. Zibe trying to get close enough to hit him with the Ion Shell, but another jump away for Shiro. He's alive. The Warlock actually keeping him there. Even the Fatal Bonds aren't enough to take down Shiro. Somehow, they get themselves the Shrine, and they get the PA out of here.
Damn, actually pretty clutch buyback from Y. Making sure he gets the heals on the PA. Yeah, eventually saving him there. I mean, not every day you see a buyback, without the golem on Warlock minute 14, but definitely saving Shiro on this occasion.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunate for the supports on Tidebound overall. I mean, Planet gave himself up a 5 kill streak to Mobe, and of course, as we highlighted there, it is the buyback on Y. So, not free for them, but everybody else had a good time.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it could have been way worse for Tidebound, but still, it's not so bad for AVULUS. They're getting a lot of pressure out. They're gonna secure the Tormentor based off this as well.
Ooh, I mean,
Did they have both? No both yet.
got X. Is it enough? Focus fire. It's kind of tickling Zebe right now, but eventually a lot of tickling may lead to death.
Can they get another X though?
They do. And now without the surge, I think, oh yeah, he's dead. Had a stick that might have helped him out a little bit, but I think he was in execution range anyways.
Yeah, probably. That is quite a big kill. Obviously, the CBS had a great game on the Darks here. Nonetheless, they secured the Torme, and NTS is going for the SNY. Have to wonder, is that gonna be the same impact as the Radiance would be? I'm not so sure. Oh, they're going
it feels like he's entirely itemizing to make sure that he's not getting gripped, but to be honest, it seems like the Centaur does the trick. They're just setting in a lonely Centaur on the Helm Dom, canceling it out. It seems awesome for them already. Do they really need to itemize more for the grip?
I wouldn't say so, right? And it, like, Kankai doesn't really benefit from, like, extra moon speed or attack speed. Yeah, not sure about this. I mean, it's not a terrible item, but I just feel like the Radiance seems so much better, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what do you want from him? Do you want more control? Do you want more tank? Like, what do you think is his job in this one as the game moves forward?
No, I think he needs to scale, and I think the Radiance is the perfect way to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying he has to be like a right clicker by any means. He's got a Lycan and a PA, but he needs to be strong later in the game. And I think the Radiance just, it makes their fighting so much stronger. It makes his scaling, like his farming potential so much stronger. So
Yeah.
I suppose he feels like he's the main playmaker for them, so he doesn't want to, sit back and hit creeps. But we'll see if it pays off.
You're telling me that he needs to scale, but that he doesn't want to build Radiance versus the Darks here. You're whispering triple crit in my ear without saying it out loud.
Up for interpretation.
I wish I would see the day. I don't know if I told you this. One of my friends tried out Kunkka after they added in the water park, and he was like, "Yeah, this hero just doesn't feel very strong." I'm like, I can't believe it. I look at his build, and he was triple crit Shadow Blade. I'm like, no wonder he didn't think this hero was good. All you're trying to do is click people. That build hasn't been good, I swear, for like 3 years now,
Or
maybe even more.
I feel like when I started playing Dota in like 2014 or something.
Oh no, it's been so long. Zero, try to jump away another time. No, the barriers, the heal. Is it enough? They take down. It's only the first life. And I think AVULUS, they can't go for the second. So once again, the PA is alive, and we'll have to be happy with that.
They forced a lot of rotation. Also the Lycan ulti and the Warlock ulti, and they're not going to get any return for Tidebound. So that is actually not bad for AVULUS. They're able to stabilize the game completely based on that move alone.
Yeah. It's really nice for them. I mean, the threat of this Aegis just like pushing your high ground is obviously a little bit too much for them, especially with the Zoo that could come down the pipe. So, as you said, really good stabilization.
Yeah, and Tidebound, they still want to go, but I don't know. They don't have Lycan ulti. They don't have the Warlock ult. They're not that strong.
A little risky. How's the Smiley Knight item ticker going? So you got Blink, Deso, Dragonlance. He's got, hey, those are the 3 items I like.
Apart from the triple crit.
But yeah, he doesn't have to do that. That's for Kunkkas only.
Oh, I see.
One day.
The downside for the TA is that you're always going for this Deso. That means your MKB is going to be slow. Also, you want to be KB for sure in this game. So MKB is going to take a long time. And by that time, the PA is going to have a lot of items as well. And I think that's always the tricky part in this matchup if you're the TA.
Yeah. Feels like both of them have things that are good, right? Like obviously Refraction, very good versus the PA. But Refraction is more of like a team thing. Whoa.
Nothing to say is coming, though.
The Gale is actually putting in some work.
Yeah, NTS is here now.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
they're
the team,
gonna get the grip on him.
huge sleep. very close to a tower. So, I mean, Smiling Knight will body off this Windrunner, making
No
sure that
golem
nobody
to
gets
cancel.
close enough to cancel. And oh my god! I don't know how he was able to snipe out that shackle, but they still end up dying in the return. And now the TA traps. They're getting the kill on Windrunner. Bach forced to try to run away from this one, but he's
nice
actually
blocks.
getting body blocked by the illusion. Oh my
Zibe
god! Zibe!
The best Enigma micro in the world turned into the best Darkseer wall micro in the world.
Goodness.
Dude, that was
That's
crazy,
exactly what the
actually.
doctor ordered.
Oh no, they're gonna take the whole map now, right? Like, that's so deep though from Tidebound. I feel like they're not respecting their cooldowns, right? There's no golem. If there is a golem right there's no way Soneko can go for this grip, but they're just tunnel visioning on this TA, and it's eventually putting NTS in a terrible position here.
Feels like exactly what happened last game too. Like Smiling Knight, he only needs a few. And he gets some kills on this TA, and all of a sudden the map just explodes in his favor. You gotta be careful giving these overextensions to him.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also so indecisive, right? Like, as we said, they don't have the cooldowns, and they're also not bringing Shiro, so it all seems reactive, right? It doesn't seem like this was a well thought out plan. It just kind of just happened. They see a guy, they run at him, and that's not how you want to play top tier Dota.
No, I mean, nothing to say. Does have the SNY finish. Going for a Nullifier. A Nullifier's very good versus the Darkseer, but
It is, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the Nullifier is good for sure, but is it gonna be enough? I'm not sure. Like, once again, I see this problem for Faithbound once he's playing these micro heroes, that they make a few errors here and there. They don't get the snowball that they need, and then he's gonna fall off so hard. And I think SNY Nullified Konka, is he gonna be the one, you know, carrying it?
Top tower.
I don't know.
Right?
I feel like there's a lot of weight on Shiro's shoulder once again.
There it is. There absolutely is. He's going for the matchup.
It might be
And
trouble.
this is a move that feels a lot more calculated, right? The team is all around, ready to jump all at once. Shiro. Oh, be careful where you walk up there. Trying to go on Zibe. Zibe's going to get the surge away. Now there's going to be an
he broke the
X-Mark
combo.
boat, but you're fighting in a wall, and yeah, they broke the combo. Now they're still chasing after Zibe on the other side. He gets back onto the low ground. Okay. Okay, Zibe. It's kind of styling on them right now.
The Sire showing up just in time, breaking the combo there, making sure that NTS cannot connect the X with the Torrent and the boat. And then, yeah, the Golem also misses. Bit of panic mode for Tidebound, I have to say.
Yeah, there's some wild button pressing going on, and at the end of the day, like, we still have Night Stalker ult, we still have grip, so the supports are ready to go. I'm not sure if the rest of AVULUS really are, though. This should still be a hard tower for them to take.
Yeah, no, they're probably just gonna be happy. Try to secure the pike for Smiling Knight, but now you know that there's no boat, there's no golem. If you want to do something, you can, but at the same time, you can just make sure that you gather a lot of creep kills around the map, right? Because you're not scared of getting ganked anymore.
No, very good just farming it all out. And Desire is becoming his own core in this one. He actually went for the quick blink dagger. Sometimes when you're going for this 4, actually I want to say a lot of the times you're going for 4 Night Stalker, you're just going like drums.
Yeah.
So for him to go for the blink dagger, I feel like also really shows that he wants to scale up in this game.
I mean, you see the usefulness, right? You're able to break the X combo right away on the Kunkka. That's definitely useful.
Yeah.
Also, the Kunkka going for SNY compared to like a BKB, right?
Yeah.
So that's always going to
Stalker
be.
is like a team fight killer all the time. As you said, just like blink silence, all of a sudden like things are completely different. You almost need to pre-BKB, which nobody wants to do this early in the game.
Yeah. Well, AVULUS getting a slight goal lead now. Of course, they have really strong scaling, you know, with their Tricore really strong. Also the Night Stalker, like you mentioned. The Bane cannot be underestimated as well. Regardless of his net worth, a grip is always going to be a grip, right?
That's true, until a single centaur comes in and stuns him. I think that's the only reason I haven't been like that impressed just yet. That you know, somewhat insignificant unit is able to cancel that out. But hey, the DD here on Mobe now could be a really nice fight for them as they're circling all around where Tidebound are set up.
If they can get the Windrunner or the Warlock here, that would be amazing. They're gonna see Warlock.
What about both? Because they're both standing on top of each other. This could be really good for Desire. Yep, he finds the both of them, getting the silence in. Warlock Warlock, the first one to go down, then able to just run over to the Windrunner as well. She could jump away from this one, but now Shiro showing up to try to help out.
Oh,
the
nicely.
X-Pack is maybe going to disrupt this for a while, but there it is. Another canceled grab. It'll still take down Faith Beyond at the end. And now with the Gale Force, it's keeping Tidebound maybe in this fight. A grip. No, there it is. Shiro, he's the one to go down on it. I thought they had already used it.
I mean,
Wow.
they got the perfect targeting on AVULUS. They get the Warlock right away and the Windrunner as well, but
He
Oh,
bought
no.
back again. And oh no. Oh god, no. This is going to be a dieback for him. So at the end of the day, it is 5 heroes down. The Windrunner the only one to survive, and that was just a really good start there from AVULUS, jumping in on Desire and finding 2 supports immediately.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I understand you're playing into a Night Stalker, but you have to question the positioning, right? You're sitting in the middle of the lane. At least, you know, stay behind your course. Look at this positioning. Warlock already dead here, but like sitting straight up in the lane like that, it's just never gonna be a safe spot for you as a +5 Warlock.
Yeah, this is a hard fight for the Lycan to play right now. It feels like he doesn't have any kill target right now.
Yeah, it's like he can threaten the Bane, maybe, but then who else, right? That's like Crimson Darkseer, there's a Tia with a fraction, and a DK with tons of armor and an armlet. So I don't know. The Lycan, he hasn't gotten the snowball that he hoped he would.
No, I guess I'm more and more believing in the Nullifier then from Nothing to Say, because that kind of will enable box game, right? Crimson Guard is dispellable. Between the two, Pipe and Crimson is the only one that can be dispelled, so it'll be different, I suppose, trying to get on top of this Bane, who has a Solar Crest that is also a dispellable item, so... all eggs in the Nullifier basket, are we allowed to do that?
I mean, I guess, but it's gonna be hard to use it regardless, right? It doesn't have like an insane cast range or anything like that. Like Kunkka is not a mobility hero.
Get the Aether Lens Nullifier out, right? We need some help. And there's still so much time to wait for it as well. It's 11,000 net worth lead for AVULUS, and Kunkka clearly is not highest in the farm priority. Still trying to wait for some items on the PA, who desperately needs her own shard, and Lycan, you just need stuff. It feels like his fights are still very underwhelming, so Lord, I don't know how you're supposed to get farm on this Kunkka.
Yeah, for sure. And AVULUS, they're just gonna get this big MKB now, and then they're gonna go into Roshan. And if you give up MKB plus Aegis on the TA, I feel like that's tough to stop if you're a Tidebound.
Almost exactly what happened on the Deuce game too. Just MKB right into the pit. So it's any indication of what happened last time. Tidebound, they got to get some fire under their feet, because I just don't think they can stand farming like they are right now and think they're going to win the game.
And Mobe as well. Almost MKB finished plus the Revenant's Brooch. He's kind of hitting so hard, man.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, this is the upside of having like a Darkseer on your team, right? That can just provide you with the Greaves and the Crimson. You don't feel like you have to go for a defensive item such as the BKB on the DK.
There it is. They see that somebody's in Roche, but yeah, they are smoking at first light. There was a wolf that saw it all. Can Tidebound take a good fight out of this somehow?
I don't know if they're strong enough, really. Like, they got the Nullifier is not even finished. So really, they haven't gotten any like significant items since the last fight. It's gonna come down to better positioning of the supports.
All right, well, some positioning there from Planet. He's gonna get jumped back, and he gets a huge shackle. This could be the fight they need. Boda's gonna land, but not really take anybody out. So Smiling Knight still able to take at least a Helm Down 2 creep. It's a back wall on the other side. Zibe still trying to create disruption in this fight, and look at the PA locked up entirely. Desire finding the kill on her, and now the rest of AVULUS. They'll just start to run over Tidebound. Nothing to Say, trying to find some separation, but Zibe, he's got the surge, still chasing down, just Ion shelling him to death. A slow and painful existence for the Kunkka, and eventually that existence will be cut short. Whether or not he gets his iron, I don't think he will, so Y will be next. Gale forced to try to help, but okay, that's insane.
Zibe still wants to go though. Got the good track.
You madman. Into the tier 3. They'll take down Planet. Zibe, can he get his own kill under the tier 4s? Maybe into the fountain, slowing down with a shard, and it looks like Desire. Yep, that's his solo kill on the Night Stalker. It did it all by himself.
I mean, way better fights from Tidebound overall, but I mean, they get Smile Knight here because of the support staying alive, but I feel like they just don't have the juice. Like this Lycan is chasing Soneko for this whole fight, but he really can't kill him. This Crimson Solar Guard Bane, or Solar Crest rather.
You'd think that like Lycan is one of the better heroes to do that too, because you always have some sort of unit around that can wake up the sleep if you have a hero that needs woken up, or even a unit that needs woken up.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's just still so hard.
Yeah, I think it's just the Crimson Guard mainly. It's just screwing me up completely. And also, you see, NTS, he doesn't have any sort of significant damage. I feel like you have to wonder, was it the right choice with SNY?
Oh, interesting. You know what? I didn't know.
What's that?
I didn't realize that you didn't go Alpha Wolves on Lycan anymore. I thought that Alpha Wolves was still a very, very good facet.
Right.
Is it?
I guess it has to do with the Overlord build.
Yeah? Well, it's got something.
I mean, I feel like
I'm accepting if I'm like super wrong on this one, but I feel like I've almost... Oh, yeah, a lot of more people are just going pack leader now. Oh, man. Good for them. I guess I should be happy about this, because whenever I'm a support who's getting constantly rooted, I hate it all.
Yeah.
Shiro, you gotta watch out, buddy.
They see
Oh,
him.
no, he did not watch out. Desire is the one that's watching out.
They
Finds
got
the
grip if they can
PA.
reach it. Nice Gale
With
Force.
the Gale Force. Yeah, should keep him alive for now.
But now you're cornered again if you're Tidebound. I mean, you need to get out on the map. It's once again similar story from game 1. You need so much more from Shiro because nobody else is really going to be able to back him up in this game.
Yeah, it's hard. You said it yesterday. It's really hard to just like solo carry games right now. As a carry, you still need some help from your team, and there's just a lot missing right now for the PA to be able to sit and hit. Even some of these grips, they only last like 3 seconds, but when that's 3 seconds of a BKB that you no longer have, it means a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And now you have the double MKB on Mobe and Smaller Knight, so I think for Shiro it's a tall order again, but it has to be him, right? I think that Faith Beyond and Nothing to Say, they just don't have the skill in them.
It's wild that Mobe has been allowed to just literally itemize 4 PA. There's nothing else that he's itemizing for.
Yeah, just full damage, full anti-PA.
Yeah. Oh, Soneko. That's asleep. All right. It looks like immediately woken up. Why? And then they have the null top fire. Yeah, that's it. Soneko, he goes down. Really well done there, actually, to grab a kill. Maybe a bit ambitious there from the Bane.
Just a tad. But they had some nice vision in the dire jungle, so it might not be over.
So what's the item wish list? You know, you're going to the grocery store in Tidebound. What do you need in order to take a really good fight?
I mean, I think you're still gonna need a nullify on the Lycan, like kill the Bane, and then I don't know. You need to be able to find really good targets, quick kills on really anyone. You know, like the last fights where they got the TA kill, that's a good start, but then it's always tough. Like, how are you gonna deal with Moby on this DK? I still keep coming back to that. I don't think you have the damage, so. Okay, this is a good start.
Oh, what a quick blink. And then he decides to provide vision for his whole team. This is super dangerous for Tidebound now. Look at Block. He just could go down immediately, trying to run away, but the damage is already too much. Jumping into the PA, underneath the boat, too. With the BKB, he's getting turned on. He gets the kill, maybe, sure, but like, can she get anything else afterwards? Maybe he's going to chase her down. Desire gets on top of her as well. You only get 1 kill. Immediately returned to the base. And why? I mean, he's the last one left around with the team, and he'll find death as well. It's 4 gone, and AVULUS just take a beautiful fight. Well done from Desire.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fairly good start from Tidebound, but I feel like it's just not enough. Like, they get Mobe fairly quickly in this fight, but even so, you just get pumped by, even if it's not Mobe, it's going to be Smiling Knight and not the way around, and then everyone else, it's after the BKB from Shiro, I feel like he doesn't have much left in the tank, and also, we're going to see, yeah, Faith Beyond, he just gets immediately destroyed in this fight.
Good Lord. That is a wild amount of damage.
Mobe dying, but Smaller Knight, he doesn't need many hits to finish off Shiro, and then see, after the BKB's out, he can't really do anything.
He's going, so he has a Bloodthorn actually almost completed here on the Lycan. That'll help with piercing through the evasion. If we do have that, we don't even have evasion really on TA. Oh no, okay, she just purchased a butterfly. All right, nice.
All right, that will help, but not sure if it's gonna be the difference maker. They're still 20k behind.
Radiant's top
Yeah, it feels a little bit weird because like you have to lock down this TA and then Bloodthorn her. If she ever gets the chance to dispel, or if her team has a dispel for it, looks like she doesn't have a dispel for it actually. So
Yeah,
I guess she's susceptible.
She still has the blink on the pike. I mean, you're gonna have to get further refraction to stop her ultimately, and they're gonna try to set up around this ward, but they don't have a
Oh
goal.
no, okay, that is a huge trap. But Smiling Knight actually wasn't able to get on top of them thanks to the Gale Force and a beautiful Ghost Scepter there. Ghost Scepter feels like the name of the game, which also means, of course, the team that can afford nullifiers, they feel a little bit more ahead right now.
scanning.
Still sitting on smoke for AVULUS. Gonna look for something in the mid lane, but Tidebound playing the ultimate.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, they've still been playing against Aegis this whole time. It feels like the laning stage didn't really end up going their way after it was all said and done. They just couldn't really make the moves out on the map that they wanted to. And
Radiant's top tower
I feel like this game is so similar to game one. They find themselves cornered, right? And it's not like they're in a position where they're necessarily gonna outscale. Sure, they have some good stuff with the PA, of course, but he can't do it all on his own. So
well, the good news is that this Dragon Knight is starting to get slotted, so not many items he can build after this. If you want to counter him, now's the time. You've let him get 6 slotted, you know. He's chosen his items. Now you get to choose yours over a grueling 20 minutes where you might not get the gold.
yeah, they're sitting together, escorting this PA, making sure that he can farm. And
Yeah.
the Sire has already caught up to NTS, which is not good. Not good news.
No. What did it? So NTS ended up going. Okay, so he's queuing up the BKB next. That's what he's going to try for. I like the purchase for sure. Satanic coming for Phantom Assassin. Honestly, thought that Shiro might want his own nullifier, so that, like you said with the legging, you can kind of choose when to use it. You actually be on top of the target. But at the same time, like you saw just how low he was whenever he jumped out of killing that DK. Having a second life for Shiro might be exactly what he needs.
Yeah, for sure. This ward is really scary for Tidebound. It doesn't seem like AVULUS wants to act on it.
Yeah. All right. So there's the Satanic. But you can still trade away your Corrosion for something. Maybe that's a Basher. Maybe that's the Nullifier.
Maybe even a
Nullifier is
Rapier at
probably
this
it.
point, honestly.
Oh. Yeah.
Like some
Is it about
Rapier
that time?
Fatal Bonds gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. There's still a chance, but they need to execute fight perfectly. Smoke. coming
Perfect
out.
fight execution is hard to ask for right now.
Are scanning.
Just running to their traps. So far, this is okay for Tide. Seems like they're dodging where AVULUS want to make the move. Still getting gold on the PA, but do you want to fight immediately with the Satanic, or are you okay still farming it up as Shiro?
I mean, it's just not a like how do you actually get the fight that you want? Is you can't really
True.
you can't just ask for it. I think you need to find ways to bait AVULUS in, but because like Mobe, he just picked up a 9-second BKB as well, mind you. So like bursting him like you did in the last fight with the boat, it's not gonna be possible anymore.
Yeah.
So right now, AVULUS, they're controlling the Roshan pit, which is obviously a problem for Tidebound. At some point, they're gonna have to contest that area of the map.
That was really good.
Yeah, that's a good shard for sure.
Yeah. And that's I don't know. The Warlock shard is always like really nice for the Warlock. You know, those improved imps are never something to fret with. You also have the extra imp spawning off of your E, but I don't know. Probably not the highest impact for them. So I don't know if it changes the fight.
Yeah.
And compared to a tidal wave, that would have been the other option. That would have been really nice.
That would have been nice indeed. Well, game is slowing down a lot right now. I would assume Mobe wants to get his 25 and then it's Roshan territory, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're gonna find White.
White could be in danger. They saw him just kind of like trying to push out the wave. Y doesn't know it, but there's somebody very, very close to him right now, and that is going to be Desire Dota, having his own nullifier, chasing down the Warlock, and they'll get themselves the kill. So that's probably a little bit of space.
Illusion microphone on Echo. He's gonna catch Shiro.
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Don't thinking over the repair.
No. So 40 minutes in, we still have Warlock buyback again, and he's sure willing to press the button 2 times. I'm sure he'll press it a third.
AVULUS taking
this time.
AVULUS taking control of the map. Mobe really close to the 25 now.
Yeah.
Same for Smiling Knights.
Yeah, both of them. Is this a meld bash kind of game? I feel like refraction charges is like always it, but
Yeah, I
is
feel
there
like
ever
it
a chance
has to
that
be
this is
right.
bash?
Especially with the talent or the facet, right?
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That'll be good for them. Mobe, of course. I believe his 25. Yeah. I don't know. I think the way that he's going right now, I could see it just being the Worm's Wrath effect.
Yeah, I feel like he hasn't been too concerned with his defensive abilities in this game, right?
Yeah.
There's really only been that one time around the bottom jungle where he felt like he could be threatened. I feel like with the BKB picked up now. Yeah, well, he goes for the armor.
Well,
so.
I mean,
Top tower is under
he does. But I mean, at the end of the day, that was probably one of the most value Roches we can see. You get yourself the Aegis, the Cheese, and 25 on your mid laner and your carry. It's about as good as it gets.
Well, you said it earlier, but I feel like we're getting to the point where AVULUS are not going to get much stronger, at least not on Mobe and Smiling Knights, so it should be high ground time, right?
Should be. They've been as you know, a little bit timid with these last few pushes. It's definitely given Tidebound some time, but what have they done with that time? Do we think we have any items that truly change this high ground defense?
I mean, I don't see it. It's just Satanic still for Shiro, nothing new. Manta on Lycan, which is, I guess, something, but I don't think it's going to be the huge difference maker that they need.
Good lord.
That's a tower.
They can't even gale force these guys away from the tower. It's just gone.
That was really fast.
And now Desire going to provide them some vision, just making sure that nobody sneaks up on them. Have to use the fortification. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is going down no matter what.
Yeah. It's like, what do? You don't see much, right? If you're Tidebound, there's the Dark Ascension.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they're just going to go ahead and take that tower back off for a second. The mid wave is all pushed in. If you do clear top on Tidebound, you may actually stop this push for a long time. Yeah, Darkseer's forced to TP all the way out of the base.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? If you're AVULUS, you still have about 3 minutes on the Aegis, but you use your Dark Ascension, you use your Dragon Form, might as well wait it, right? There's no rush.
Yeah. They're gonna go ahead,
Mobe is so
keep
jacked.
on the push. But what a boy! Are you actually giving any time? I mean, PA does have both a Basher and a Rapier queued up. Kunkka has a Hex queued up after the BKB. AC for the that's actually something that would be really cool if they can get it. I don't know if they will though.
That is very useful, yeah. And the 25 on PA as well, of course. If he gets that Rapier, that,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a game changer.
Yeah. Especially since you are really trying to burst people down in the beginning of these fights, especially as the rock drops. So. Good.
Right, so Dragon Form is up. No Dark Ascension, but I feel like they're not going to wait for it. It's only 30 seconds regardless. They would like to use the Aegis for... They still only have it for another 2 minutes.
And another banner down. Oh, stun connecting, but it looks like they don't have much to follow him up. He even pops the Blade Mail to run forward. Maybe a bit too early there. But another tower gone. Smiling Knight blinking forward with the melt attack, sitting in the Gale Force, but he don't care. Now gripping even the Kunkka. He could just go down, and he does. No buyback.
I don't know. What do you do now if you're Tidebound? This is your Megas. It's just a middle lane remaining, but 70 seconds. They have to try, surely.
He bought out for the BKB and he never got to use it.
Well, do you even stop now if you're AVULUS? You have Aegis for almost a minute and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just keeping going. Like, we'll force the Kunkka buyback, but little did they know, it's never coming.
Yeah. I mean, gotta feel so bad for NTS, right? 40 seconds, he's gonna have to watch his team try to fight it out here.
He might watch his team die. Yep, they're seeing it. Stun immediately now on the Warlock, vacuuming in as well. They've even hexed out the PA. Somebody needs to save her because it gets stunned up. They may not have it. They don't. Shiro goes down. He has no buyback either. They just have to call GG because that's a rapier on the floor. And this has been a beautiful showing for AVULUS. Finally getting their 2-0 here, showing how good they can be, and maybe even securing themselves second in Group B.
Damn, that's impressive. I mean, AVULUS, they played a very clean series overall. Really no complaints. I think their strategy understanding compared to yesterday